He's a former NFL player who is now a pastor and part of Black Voices for Trump, Jack Brewer. Thank you for being here. Big fan of football, Jack. Thanks again for showing up. So I want to talk a little bit about this cancel culture. This week we found out that the NFL, the Redskins, have decided to abandon their logo and their team name. So what are your thoughts on all this surrounding the cancel culture?
You know, it's tough. I mean, there's pressure coming from all angles. You wonder, when is it going to end, or when is really the focus going to get on to the real issues that we're facing as a nation. I can't speak for all Native Americans. My great grandmother was Native American, so I have it in my blood. The name never offended me, but I can't speak for everyone else. So if the name does offend people, I think in America you have the right to voice your opinion. I think the sad reality is that you only start to see these type of changes when it affects the pocketbook. I think that's really what's so sad. The CEO, Frederick Smith of FedEx, who's also an owner of the Washington Redskins, for all these years, a couple of decades now, said nothing about changing the name. All of a sudden, when it starts to hit the pocketbook, you make social justice changes. I don't think there's any room to blend social justice and oppression with politics and profit. I think those.
Well, let me take it. Let me take from where you left off here. What about Colin Kaepernick? Now, at first there was a serious pushback on Kaepernick, and now everyone seems to be, including the NFL, seems to be embracing Colin Kaepernick. His kneeling for the national anthem. Is Colin Kaepernick's change? Has he become, kind of from GOAT to hero now?
For some people, I think that's always existed, where people really got behind the Colin Kaepernick movement as their leader. He's never been my leader. I respect him. I think everyone in America has the right to peacefully protest, and Kaepernick hasn't necessarily hurt anyone. I don't need to agree with his political views, but I think that's what's beautiful about America, is that we should all be able to express ourselves accordingly. I think where we have issues is the hypocrisy. I think the hypocrisy is where we have issues. You can't speak for in the support of African Americans, but then you go to other parts of the world and you speak out against that. I mean, Colin Kaepernick has supported some pretty evil people in other countries, whether it's Iran and dictators and people that have caused a lot of confusion and death to folks around society. So I think it's about being consistent with your message and not being a hypocrite. Colin Kaepernick has made a lot of money from Nike and from having his social justice causes, and so you got to question whether someone doing things for money motivated or doing it for the principle.
Jack, I have about 30 seconds or so. Can you weigh in on the NFL's decision for the first weekend, to play the African American national anthem alongside the United States national anthem?
I think, again, it's appeasing. It's not leading. I didn't even know that there was an African American national anthem. I think we all need to unite and have one anthem, whatever anthem that is. We need to lock arms together under one nation. That's the reason why we live in the land that's the most sought after place in the world. People from all over the world leave oppressed areas to come to the United States. We need to start celebrating our wins instead of sitting and keeping our focus on our losses. I think there's a lot of healing we can all do. And there was only one man that ever walked this earth that was perfect, and that was Jesus. And I think we need to start realizing that again as a nation.
You said Jesus, not Yeezus, right? I'm just kidding. Just kidding right there. We're going to leave it there. Jack Brewer, thank you very much for your time.
God bless you, bro.
You too.